one all. Hello, 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 hello.
Wow. Hi.
I wish there was a way to fade out my big blue instead of just end it, because it just kind of, it ends
Oh, we
very
got.
quickly.
Okay, I need the last half hour of the last session recap.
Well, you'll get more than that, hopefully, as I do ask, as the beginning of every session, one of you may recap the last chapter, the last session, and if you do it as your character, then you get inspiration, the ability to change fate itself. Would anybody like to do that?
I feel like I don't remember last session clearly. I don't know why.
It feels like it's been a long time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure we didn't.
Session?
I don't think we did. I think we.
No, we didn't. It's just
we
been
did
2
it
weeks.
last.
It's been 2 weeks.
It has been 2 weeks, yeah. I think I might be game for the recap.
Do it, boss.
Ooh, Sinbad.
Uh,
Everyone gather around. Sinbad is here to tell a tale.
Alright, so my own memory proves to be a little foggy in the events of last time, but as I recall, during his victory feast, Hungelfear was able to spread word about his god to the masses in the cannibal camp, and they had many questions, became intrigued by this god of thunder that I think it's thunder. God of thunder that Hungelfear mentioned. After hearing him talk about his god in such a way, I myself departed to a part of the camp where I could communicate and spar with my own Morgamesh, and he was able to give me details on providing what I'm supposed to do in the future, an impending danger approaching us, and also telling me that my brother lies in wait for me in the plains down below. Meanwhile, it was Feyre and Sov who again approached the um what's her name? I got this. The shaman. The shaman. Yes, I knew that.
But what's her name?
Isn't it just a shaman?
Oh.
I mean,
Doctor.
some of you only know that.
She didn't go to medical school for you to call her the shaman.
Shoot.
Went to
I
the finest
apologize for
schools
that.
in Drachen.
Indeed. Well, they were able to talk with the shaman, and from that point on, I know there was a meeting atop a rock with both Trey's Blindbeak and Feyre as well. I believe that Blindbeak tried to communicate with Lady Death in that moment as well. Some very interesting findings there. Anyway, the next day we all wake up, and it is finally time for us to embark to something on the town that was under attack. What seemed so long ago, but it was only like a day, I think.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
No, it actually
4
was.
days.
It was. Correct.
It was 4 days. Oh my. Well, let's hope that
Look at me
thing's
keeping
well.
track.
Lord Crag was put in charge of our mission, and we now head out with this army to conquer Mount Fork.
Indeed, worthy of the inspiration.
Yay.
So
Nautical.
as you guys are going along, just having left the ship, you didn't honestly miss that much Hundelfear, Quinn, because I'm trying to think if there were any big developments. Mostly just that they actually got to meet with the shaman, and the shaman basically let them gave them their blessing to leave, but said that she would basically, you had 8 days to go and vanquish the dragon, and then she would leave, and then if the dragon was not dead, go seek an audience with the dragon to work out some sort of parlay in case you guys fail. So with that plan in mind, really giving you like 16 days, because it's like 8 days to the like shortest shortest path to the lair, and then it's so you got 16 days of wiggle room, and you guys decided to use these 8 days to go back to something. And you were on your way with your small group of those that have been impressed by your group and also are good friends of Lorcrag. Sorry if I
Who's
sound a little
Garn?
hoarse, but oh, Gar. So classic one of those characters where it's like they're just a side character, but then somebody has to ask, "What's their name?"
What's his name?
So
Hey, what's this guy's name?
and obviously it was actually there the whole time because I prepped literally everything.
I'm gonna go introduce myself to every cannibal catcher.
I will name
What's your
every
name?
single one. Watch me. do
Hey,
not
what's his
challenge
name?
me. in
Do
this.
it. Do one.
Nah, but you do have to do it in lore. You either have to meet them
Oh.
or ask one of the others to name them. And
There's at least
then I'll allow
I
it.
swim
83
up-
of them.
I swim up to each one and ask them their name.
All right. Well,
We learn
before
all of
that,
their names. Boom.
For that attack.
would you actually like to do that? Question mark.
No.
Really not.
I don't know why I had the question.
You get all the names mixed up and feel too embarrassed to.
God, this is so real.
Yeah, just like real life.
Oh no, my social. That's why we play the fantasy game, so nobody, we live the fantasy of not having social anxiety.
My D&D character's
Straight
special
up.
power is they always remember everyone's name and they always have a fun conversation starter that they know.
That's a good conversation starter.
I want to kill my forge.
Yeah, I need
Oh,
another
that's the
classic start.
fantasy.
Can you
My
give me
bad.
some?
My bad. I'm ruining the fantasy. Okay. But I actually need to change jams into something a bit more wistful and godly as we start with Hundofir. You are asleep, but you do not gain the rest of sleep. You gain something else entirely. This guy's not actually there. Don't
Is your
mind
god
him.
level 3 with 28 hit points?
Don't look at that. That's
I
not
just told
accurate.
my
Baby,
god.
little bitch.
Seems like a little.
If
kinda
anything,
not
he's
strong
just
god.
assuming the form of
I
such a
should
weak
I should be the
creature.
god of thunder.
Yeah.
I outrank you. No. Trying to. Anybody got some good godly music for a good look with the gods? I don't have
Yeah, I'll
anything
get something.
super prepped up.
Ave Maria.
Wow.
Dorime.
That DMCA.
Yeah.
I think it's old enough, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you're a small enough streamer that you're not gonna get copyright striked.
Also,
That's true.
regardless, not the kind of music that'd be playing.
I could play classical music. That's one of my favorites.
What kind of music would be playing?
I don't know, something Viking-y. Drums.
That's
Lots
true.
of drums.
I got you.
All right, pull out the hand drums.
I was thinking the same thing. It's
Let's
not
make
too
the
Viking-y,
music
though.
right here, right now.
I'm
actually.
definitely not liking music, but
Mouth says there's no music.
No music.
He's not listening
There
hard
should be
enough.
some music.
Yeah.
It's because I think it might just be Omega quiet. I
Oh.
probably turned it down sometime. Plus, this is a quiet song made by our one and only Jimmy Burns.
It's me.
I don't know, Jimmy.
Fuck
I
that
like us
guy.
in bed.
What?
What was that?
Here, I got
That was pretty good.
That was crazy.
That's my voice acting. Thank you.
All right,
What?
I'm gonna play something from God of War.
Perfect.
It's the one that goes like.
Okay.
Never mind.
So, you find yourself asleep, but once again, in your dreams, in the space of darkness that is sleep, you see these clouds of luminescent energy start to create a vision. And in this vision, you see the space, the edge of divinity that you have seen before with your other visions. Nobody seems to be there at first, but you feel a presence. You feel eyes upon you, and you stare up through the clouds, and you see eyes towering above you, and a large luminescent silhouette lost in these galaxy-like clouds, nebulous clouds of a mountainous form, and you can already feel some sort of shaking in your very being. You are, after all, the speaker for the day gear, and thus are not only approached by your own god, but sometimes some of the other Atlan sons. And as this force looks down upon you, your very soul is shaken as you hear. Hold on. There. Unjilfir, you should not have drinking that deadly concoction. You are too kind to the forces around you. You have been too trustworthy, and even I have feared approaching you like this in case a sickness might spread to me. Although you have been given blessings that would put off any normal sickness, you are not immune to the greater forces that lie within the stone. You feel a rumbling once again. Very this presence is very weighty.
Who do I have the pleasure of losing a good night's sleep to today?
It is I, Uller. Okay, just quick check. Yeah, that's the correct pronunciation of the day gear of stone. It's spelled ULLR, I think. If my notes are correct, unless I just checked your notes.
No, it's Holler.
Holler.
HALLR.
Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh well, okay. So he says that. He doesn't say,
Yeah.
he said it. He said it in an accent. That's why it was a bit different. But he says that. So, why is it that you trust these strange monsters that eat their own? It is unnatural, and they are obviously influenced by darker forces that you have decided to go closer to.
Interesting. See, Holler, have you ever done missionary work? I feel like you haven't. And to be frank, neither have I, but I'm trying to do it now, or something akin to it. And I don't think there is a better way to get in close and friendly with potential converts, or at least making them aware, than understanding and embracing their tradition, relating them to your own. I know that it might have been blasphemous or whatever to an extent, but I do not see a better path, and unless, or in that moment I did not. And unless you have one to offer me, I don't know what else to say.
Coral Dig has cultivated a strong independence in you, I see. Although we have given you this strength because we trust you and we sense something different in you. Be that as it may, this difference might only bring you more pain. You see, I am here not just to chastise you, but to mainly tell you that I do not disagree with your decision to go down. There are things that could help this place, this abandoned plane of the gods, if you were to go deeper towards the core. But you will run into many enemies that are most vile and will scar you forever. Even more than that, Void has already scarred you.
I put a hand up to my missing eye and well, I appreciate the warning, because I must say I'm not too fond of my new features.
In time, perhaps, Coral Dig or one of the others can find a way to heal that abatement. It is not permanent by many means. We couldn't find a way, but still our power wanes in the place that you are. It will begin to fade as you travel deeper into the core, and are shrouded by the monsters that hide in the stone.
Monsters in the stone, you say?
Monsters in shadows. Monsters hiding within plain sight, invisible to the common eye. Things you will not see but are influencing you, speaking into your mind. This is the darkness that has plagued the core of your world since its revival.
Uh, Well, holler your staunchness. Do you have... I appreciate the warning, and if that's all you can give, so be it, but would you offer any tips on, hardening my mind and body against these unseen threats?
My senses of your surroundings are weak, and I spend much of my focus on my own champion. But, I believe there are some interesting people you associate with. Those that are of that world beneath, that may have connections that can help you spot these demonic forces. But I will say your scar, if you wish to keep it, can also be a blessing. It connects you to the realm of those beasts that hide. So if you are able to widen that scar, perhaps worsen it in a way. It might punish you in your own realm, but it will give you foresight into the void in which they hide. But I would never do such a thing myself, or I would wish it upon my champion, for the void is a dangerous thing, and your plane is rife with its ill effects.
Yes, I don't know how I feel about scarring my body further, but I appreciate you thinking to help me at all. It, not to sound rude to you, but I don't think time out of the proverbial spotlight was good for any of your brethren.
I support you, Hundolfir. I think, and I still believe you were a good choice for our speaker. But there are ever-present shadows among everything, and I cannot stand idly by as I see you grow closer and start to make such simple mistakes as taking that infernal demonic brew that they had made. But
Infernal.
it has already happened. It is too late. You will have to deal with the consequences, and I may be able to wield help in some regard when they come. But we shall see.
Hey, here's the thing with running around helping the gods, is that they expect a lot from you, but they don't often give much in return. If I had known that this brew was, infernal and demonic in nature, I never would have taken it. I knew it wasn't, say, good, but, everyone has their own traditions. Even my, even my brew contains a little bit of blood.
As you're speaking, the realm seems to be fading a bit, the lights dimming, and this mountainous silhouette seems to be like fading away. I'm drawing farther back, and but Holler will say,
it was a pact, I believe. Things are hard to see where you are, but just be cautious. The things you find are strange. We will send you signs, but you must listen to them. As he begins to fade away.
Well, I'll see you next sleep, I guess.
And as it rumbles, you feel it start to become something else. Instead of the tremoring of the great day gear of stone, you feel it start to become a rocking more so, and you awaken as the trembles seem to more so be this engine at the back, this sputtering engine at the back of a small boat. As you awaken back on Jackal's little speedy boat.
I need like 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Oh, you're good. So this would have been like a day's time. Yeah, what's up?
How are we gonna apologize to Jackal for stealing his boat?
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure he won't be upset.
You don't think he'll be
As
upset?
long as we do not break it.
Yeah, we haven't broken the boat.
Do I see visible damage? Because wasn't it damaged?
You do see that the engine at the back seems to be a little banged up.
Well, we will
I
have
kind of glance
to.
at it.
We will have to pay him back.
It was all for a good reason, I think.
I agree, but I just feel bad.
I do as well. Well, I suppose we'll have to see how Jekyll reacts when we get to something. Hundlefear, are you alright? It seems like you woke up with a stir.
I was told some not particularly good news, but there's not much to be done about it now, I guess. That
In your dream?
Oh yes, it's the only place they ever seem to the day gear that is
Ah,
want to talk to me anymore.
One of those god dreams, yeah?
Yes, it's one of those god dreams. Apparently the ceremonial, and I'll speak a little bit lower for this part. The ceremonial brew that I partook in as a courtesy may have been a pact of some kind and infernal in nature. And of course, that piece of information wasn't available to me when I did it, but
Do I overhear this at all?
I'm talking to the boat.
Okay.
So yeah.
Then I will pipe up with them. The curse speaker, well, it makes sense that it was a pact. The curse speaker has actually been making pacts with Grasia to.
Do I see the tentacles in him or at all?
Tentacles?
Yeah, like the black tentacles.
You're only able to like sense them at kind of specific times. But so I'd allow like an insight or a perception check.
Hey man, I'm okay.
Hey man. Sorry.
Yeah, you're alright.
Oh my god.
You actually let's see. You don't see a tentacle. You don't see one of the. You don't sense one of those like bands of Grasia's influence, but you sense something. With that high of a roll, you sense something similar. You sense not a Grasia sickness influence, but almost like a something else resides within Hundlefear now that you know what to look for.
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know what it is, but I'll just note it.
I'll keep going off though. So the curse speaker was making pacts with Grasia to follow, to keep tabs on, to empower her followers who had consumed this brew of Grasia. So it makes a lot of sense if you if you had a pact forced upon you because you agreed to partake in that.
Kind of, you know, if you guys ever get the chance, not that I regret anything so far, at least, but don't sign up to be the voice of a pantheon of gods. They expect a lot from you, and they don't give you much to work with most of the time.
Well, I wasn't planning on it. One's enough for me.
Here, swashes their little Myconid bowl as a toast.
I was told, though, this is maybe more pertinent to all of you. As we descend towards the core world, it was visited specifically by Haller, who is one of the Daegir and a god of stone and earth. He said that deeper towards the core there reside entities and beasts and demons of an unseen nature that exist in the stone and the shadows and will work to influence us without our knowing.
Interesting.
So,
That should be fun to deal with.
That sound fun.
no, it does not,
Sounds
Trace.
like Alkane.
Why would you say fun? It is not fun.
I kind of agree with Favorite, to be
Sometimes
honest.
danger's fun.
Indeed.
I do
I
not
prefer the
understand
kind
this.
of danger that you can punch in the face.
I suppose stone would be rather hard to punish, yes.
Well,
And-
it's not the stone I'm worried about. The mind games they seem to wish to play.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh wow! Kind of turns to Sinbad. Aren't you a cleric of? I suppose you'd be a war cleric. If I
Yes,
remember
that's right.
Do you have any way to ward off these evil, spiteful creatures?
You know, I haven't thought to do that. I probably can.
Since he likely has a sickness in his blood. Gonna gestures to Hundlefear.
I see. I'm unfamiliar with this ability that can remove sickness. What would it be? Is it a spell?
I'm gonna assume, like, I don't know, but something along the lines of like a curse, a pact, something that could like break that. Perhaps a spell breaking mechanism.
The
I might
Hundlefear?
Yeah.
spell that.
At that point, I'll chirp up and say it's something deeper than that. It's not Gracia,
Oh.
but something else has a hold of you.
You want to expound on that?
Listen. I don't know much. I know I can see Gracia, but I can't see what this is.
Do you see coral dig in the day gear at least?
I haven't tried. Can I try and see them? I don't know. Doesn't that happen in your dreams?
I guess I meant more, whatever this presence is, are they still there, or hopefully the majority?
Oh, so can I see his god's like essence in him or whatever? Then
Boy, you sense a connection over here.
I would allow a perception or insight, but I'm gonna have to give you disadvantage because, as has been established before, you are a little bit
Now do it again.
You're a bit fucked up.
yeah. Well, how about a 25?
Jesus Christ!
As you sense
Never
forth,
roll like that.
you're very good at sensing like ki and energies. The thing that you get from a Hundlefear though is that you although your blind sense is like super good, and I have allowed you to have all this cool ki sensing, you don't necessarily do as Sav said, sense like connections. You don't sense like presences. You sense things that are more like either physically there or have energy. And although there is like a godly energy coming off of Hundlefear, you sense that it's less like a godly presence looking at like after Hundlefear, and more so like just a manifestation of his belief and the power that the gods have granted him through his belief. And you feel, as you're kind of super sensing out like this and kind of pushing through a little bit of pain as you have to adjust after feeling so disconnected after last time and the stuff that you did, which is why you had disadvantage. But pushing through that, you are kind of able to sense some energies from people around you. And Sinbad has a similar energy. Feyre has a similar energy of this kind of belief that seems to be present around them. and you've seen them wield magics and such before, so you imagine that this sort of belief energy is very much influencing them in those actions. Meanwhile, Treyas and Sav like have almost like zero of that. Sav maybe a little bit though. Sav believes in
the dragon person.
Mm-hmm.
A fungal dragon.
I suppose I can try casting
CeeLo
Curse on Hundlefear, maybe?
Good.
Right? Like
But do you have it prepared? Not that it's a big deal because you guys. Honestly, I'd allow you to do it in this instance of roleplay, just so. Because you can as a cleric, you can prepare any cleric spell. After a long rest.
Technically I don't have it prepared right now, but I'd imagine that maybe I could right now since we've been traveling, right?
Yeah. This is like after a long rest. From you guys have been. I placed the boat a day away, so that the sleep vision made sense.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd like to try that on Hunby then.
Okay. Very well. Please make a wisdom roll, my friend. Our spellcasting. Wait.
Whatever the
Pretty
spell
sure
is, it has to
breaks.
Unless it's a. No,
There's a
unless it's
special
level 4 spell.
mechanic. Do we have that? I don't think so. Yeah, just make a wisdom check as your base spell casting. Man, I should have a button for spell casting ability. It's useful.
The best, but not the worst.
Yeesh.
Where's my button for this guy? I will say, Blindbeak, you having already been trying to sense around for Grazia's influence before, feel something suddenly as Sinbad approaches Hundlefear and starts to radiate this energy, trying to break this bond. And you feel something start to rise from the depths, but it doesn't move the water. And you recognize it as one of these tendrils, as Grazia's influence seems to counter, like, attempt to do some sort of countering maneuver against Sinbad's curse. Let's see if I don't know. Nope, I thought so. Unfortunately, you do feel something work. Something seems to definitely work, but it very much doesn't. As you almost feel under the effects of some sort of counter charm, counter spell almost, but it feels very. It leaves you feeling sickly. And both of you gain one latent. Well, Hundlefear, you're immune to diseases. Sinbad, are you immune to diseases?
Cleric
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So you gain one latent disease as you feel this strong presence kind of overcome you. And although you're a good portion of the way through casting this remove curse, it seems that something comes between you and this and stops you, and actually almost makes you feel viscerally ill, so you have to stop midway through, as well as seeming to taint the magic that you were using.
guys gotta stop fucking around with Gracia.
Ugh. Oh, I
I'll
don't
be
know.
super matter of fact and be like, Gracia didn't like that.
I was just trying to help.
Sorry, I guess I couldn't really known what was gonna happen when you did that.
Oh, it is no fault of your own.
Also, Blindbeak, I hate it when you talk like that. You sound like one of my gods.
I'm saying the literal manifestation of Gracia came up and stopped that. That is what happened.
Well, I don't think there's any ill effects right now. Are there, Hundlefear?
I mean, not for me, I don't think, but whatever happened to Sinbad, I would call an ill effect.
Wow, yeah. Maybe we should not do this here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Perhaps it's a bad idea at the moment. Looks down at the ground.
I think
Like this.
using Gracia's blessing right now would be an advantage rather than a disadvantage.
Oh, wow! Two thumbs. Two tendrils up.
All right. So you.
So wait, we've already been traveling for a day or two?
Just a day. That's where the
Oh.
position of the boat is. If you guys would like to mark down whatever you wanted to do for a day, very inactive movement going through these swamps.
Yeah, so really simple. I want to take some time and cast Tensar's floating disc. Is that a possibility? Is that a possibility?
Yeah. How big's Tensar's floating disc again?
I think it's like. Let me double check.
Fucking huge.
No, I don't think so.
500-foot diameter.
Blots out the sky.
3-foot diameter.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's actually still a lot, though, I guess.
It like barely fills out a 5-foot square.
It's not super big.
Yeah, but a 5-foot square is 25.
Can we put orange on it?
Orange, you can put orange on it. If you would like.
Cat on Roomba.
And then I'm gonna place a stack of bones on it. Then I'm gonna spend the time to do it again. Wow.
How many creatures can you,
And then I'm gonna
Fit
do it
on this
again.
boat.
Wow.
As much as you want, man.
Guys, I am feeling a little crowded.
This is why I'm putting them on the Tensar's disc, alright?
They're like hugging each other. They're
There is so many
interlocking
people
bones.
One be a chair. One be a chair. I can mold you into whatever shape I want. One be a chair, and the other one sit on him.
That seems so fucked up.
What do you mean? They're just dead guys.
They're just reanimated bones. They're not alive.
I don't. It seems a bit immoral. I don't know.
My culture doesn't really use bones as chairs in such a way. It's
Yes.
off-putting.
Looks
If you
down
wanted
at
to be
the
more
at the
effective-
oolf that I'm sitting on.
Oh yeah.
I never got over that either.
Actually, I think the elf is kind of cool.
It's a little cool.
Is
But still,
that Ulf's been here
vegetables.
since Haven. That shit's old as fuck now.
He's
True,
ancient.
it's very much died a few times. It's made out of like basically like it's actually missing a lot of the flesh and shit. It's actually
say
mostly
it's
bones
mostly-
at this point.
I would say it's mostly just like vines at this point.
Yeah.
Probably
it's-
replace most of it. Just like the skeletons are actually mostly like not
Dude,
like a lot of the mass there is just like vegetation.
can you even call it the same Ulf?
Whoa,
Ship of
something,
Theseus
something,
moment.
Ship of Theseus.
Yeah.
Theseus.
Well, I would say it's not. None of it's original, other than its matter, other than its substance. There's not much there anymore. Just kind of like the skeletons as well. There's not much of the original creature there. Nothing that I'd call sentient. More just an extension of my own body than anything else, like a strand of hair or a fingernail.
This is still weird to me. This doesn't make it better.
If you wanted to be more efficient, wouldn't you just combine like put two heads on it and give it two like arms, and then it's like
They have two arms.
I'm working on
give
that.
it
Don't
four
worry
arms.
about it.
I'm just saying, make it like a skeleton spider. That'd be cool.
We're working.
I
on
think
it.
that would
We're
be
working on
absolutely horrific. Aren't you a doctor?
Somewhat.
it. Sounds like an interesting medical procedure.
Listen, I was taught I was taught to be creative. Use what you can. Reuse what you can too.
They don't teach the doctors that where I come from.
I didn't go to classic medical school. We'll talk about it later.
A little sussy, if you ask me.
That is a
I can
little
heal people. That's what
sussy.
you need.
Where's your doctorate? All right. Anything else people would like to?
I'm reading. I read.
Reading. How many more hours do you have?
How many? Oh, it's
Out of
240.
curiosity.
Like 44.
I think you might be able to finish because it's 2 more days, and that's 48 more hours as you guys travel. Treyas, you don't.
Assuming I literally do not put the book down.
You don't hear Treyas talk a lot. Yeah.
Like it's 48 straight hours. Yeah.
Treyas is just.
I think it would be accurate. You guys are all talking about God stuff.
Treyas just reading.
Great.
To be fair, they're talking about God stuff, and then literally in your book, it'll say like, "Oh, this is the God word for person," because that's what celestial is.
That's
Celestial
true.
is just like language of gods and higher beings. Helps out a little bit, you know. Think about these things that you don't usually think about. All right.
But how about my book? Because we never established mine.
No, because it's not so much it's not like a concrete X to Z sort of thing. Skipping Y for whatever reason. But if you're also reading it, you will definitely, I would say, be gaining some very good proficiency with some boats. I actually have a thing for this. Where did I put my notes for some of the rules I was making for boats? I'm pretty sure I just called it like a shipbuilding like tool proficiency. Where? Yeah, just I called it a shit. So you are feeling, especially with how much you were fixing the boat before, you definitely feel like you are building up to a shipbuilding proficiency. But reading is one thing and doing is another when it comes to ships. So you might gain it once you get back in the saddle of fixing a ship. But that is
Take a look at the engine.
Sure. What book are you reading specifically?
What's the title and author?
You have the Hexale one, I think so. But there's a specific, like, the Hexale doesn't have anything about engines. It's like trying to assess a car from, well, knowing a sailing boat. So it's a bit complex, but I think you guys should have the other. You guys should have the book for
We
the
have all
static
of them.
engine, if I remember. You do not. You do
We
not have all of them. You had some.
We
of
have
them.
like a shit ton.
You guys cherry picked because there were a lot.
I have a list of the ones that I got.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I only gave you the Hexa one because that was the relevant one.
If you guys have the static vent one, that would be pertinent to this engine because they're both kind of mechanical artifice.
If you want it. No.
I think Jackal would appreciate it.
Sure, I'll dig it out of the Ulf knapsack.
You actually just slide it out of its fucking decayed, vine-filled fur, fake vine fur.
No. I actually I got a bag and I fitted it. I gave bags for the myconoids as well.
Ah,
Can't have my books getting wet, getting gooey.
makes sense. So, would you like to try to repair the engine with your new found book?
Can I do it while it's moving?
You think it would be extremely hard.
Well, are we gonna
Then I'll
stop
look
for the night?
rest. Yeah, we're gonna have. Or do we just keep marching?
You guys probably do stop. I don't see why not.
I'll do it when we stop. And I'll use Sav as like a second hand pair of eyes.
Let's go ahead and
No
assume you
problem.
guys stop. Just for need's sake.
Well rounded in shipping.
Not that shipping. Make an intelligence check.
Just base. Can I get a help
ship.
from
Can get help from some of your lovely allies, if you wish.
just a straight up check?
Yeah.
I got help.
What?
I got help from Sav. I specifically said beforehand, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good thing you did. I'll say with that, you will be able to fix the engine in the back and make the ship right as rain again. It didn't take that much damage when it was getting attacked. So thankfully you are able to right it again, fix some of the internal mechanism as well as some of the blades that were cracked. Or not cracked, they were like bent out of shape. And yeah, so you are, I'll say you are able to fix it.
I smile.
I also just figured this out. You can have multiple Tensar's discs, so I'm just gonna have all 4 of them be floating. Dude, they'd be T-posing.
You see a lot of these bones with vines growing throughout them, just on top of these floating carpets of moss, circles of moss and dirt and vegetation, and they're just clinging on to them.
Invisible? No,
You guys make a very intriguing and to be honest, fairly a fairly frightening look as you all are surrounded by these skeletons that are floating on these discs, and also accompanied by a great many lizard folk army, and you yourselves being a diverse bunch of those that look fairly power ready, fight ready, or are just generally a bit different than what you would expect. So, anything else you guys would like to do before getting to pertinent locations?
Not that I
I
can
feel
think
like you got an ambush ready.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm mostly just gonna be driving the boat.
I want to be on the lookout for Frogayathans and/or River Kings.
Well, I want to look for spies, because if they see that like we're having an army amassed, they're just gonna ready the defenses.
That's a good point.
Good idea. Good idea.
Underfair is on the bow of the boat, singing.
What's he singing?
Various sort of Cliff
Viking
Yordi
stuff.
sea shanties. I don't know what a Viking is.
Maybe we'll find that on our journey sometime.
The concept of Vikings.
I like.
Make a performance check just for fun.
Man,
Just a little face.
You don't have to if you don't want to. We can just say you're
Oh, never mind.
belting it out.
Wait, I thought it was my intelligence check.
Stop pogging at your own roll. Cringe.
God.
Hey, it's good.
No, that's good. Yeah, you do it. You people are definitely enjoying it. Especially you think the cannibal entourage you have seem to be enjoying it. Swimming closer to your boat to listen into the tunes.
tales of adventures at sea and long dead heroes, and you know.
Yeah. Probably tales about your god and such, since those are in short supply, but are good for a good song, a good story.
I'm more than happy. Hundlefier can sing songs. He is not a writer.
There definitely there would probably be some made by other champions that have have come across have of the other day gear other than Coral Dig.
He would definitely occasionally pause his singing to tell personal tales of adventure with a more comedic slant.
They enjoy the different lizard men drink it in. The drownhorde lizard men very much enjoy it, and seem to they, as you have gathered, they have had hard times. A lot of betrayal, a lot of shifting power dynamics. So it seems that this song gets them in good graces, and they also, they just think you're cool because you were badass in a fight and did cool stuff. So they are definitely appreciating it. All right.
Wait, I want to do that perception check because I don't know. Maybe
yeah, you can check for some.
I'll take Sinbad out with me with Dante, and we'll kind of just survey, see if there's any spies or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I like this idea.
Hold on, I'm gonna click the long rest button for some people.
Sinbad's pretty chill with Dante now. I know he wasn't at the beginning of the campaign, but
I don't think anybody was at the beginning of the campaign.
You did say, "Hey, I'm gonna kill him." Oh, that's a nat 20.
I did say that. That's true.
Jesus Christ.
God damn.
I had things planned for this.
Oh.
Anti-nat 20 roll.
Roll a D6. Blind Beak. Okay. So you hop on Dante and you guys begin flying around. I imagine you guys do this a good amount, actually, as you think of this. And you guys aren't too close to something yet. But you guys start surveying anyhow, just to make sure. You actually have a couple times where, well, not a couple times. I'd say like maybe once or twice during your journey where a scout group of the Drown Horde will actually show up and kind of reconvene with the main group. Not join you guys permanently, but just kind of like say that like the swamp is unnaturally quiet and certain parts are like clear. They are not aware of your guys' journey yet and look to you all with some strange looks. And so sometimes you have some false alarms as you see some of those scouts before the main group does. But they don't have the blue feathers. And once you figure out they are allies, you figure out that they seem to be of no danger to your group. However, you do notice one thing, I will say, on your journey that definitely seems different. Although they do not have blue feathers, you see a individual hiding in the woods, watching your group. And they look different than the other lizard folk. You see they seem to have some strange orange frills. You think from above they might actually be feathers of another color other than Malforic's blue. As you are sort of looking at them, they do not seem to see your own flying scouting. They seem to be mainly looking at the boat and all of the other lizard folk.
Can we kind of stealth to them?
You could certainly try. It would require a check from Dante. Dante's the one flying around.
I'll be helping Dante. I'm telling him, be quiet.
Okay, got a natural 20 as well.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah.
Like father, like son.
You've taught him well.
He's a quiet bird.
All right. Let me get the proper thing.
Doesn't even respond to you.
This will be fun.
What do you mean by that?
I think we're gonna blow up.
Boom.
No.
No.
I think it's a shaman.
I think it's my brother.
Maybe.
Could be.
He's in the swamp.
What's he doing
All right.
there?
So you sort of circle around this individual, and as you confirm that they don't seem to take notice of you through the clouds and the hail, which you've noticed has been getting worse with some strange snow mixed in the constant hail and sleet. You see that this individual does not notice you in the air, maybe assuming you're just a normal bird from the distance. But you manage to nosedive very, very skillfully and with the trust of your newfound companion. Wait, I haven't had shown as player this whole time. Cringe. I was showing extra parts of the map on stream. Uh-oh, don't look at the VOD. Uh-oh.
I'm
Just
gonna look
kidding.
at the VOD.
There wasn't anything secret, I don't think. But you are able to basically do a very tactful, very silent nosedive. Dante, not having strict training, but you gather that Dante probably had some very loose training from before you even met him, and then now you guys have a pretty tight bond, so he is able to listen to you very well, and you guys sort of get close to the tree line, circle around once more, and then very silently flutter down and land before this kind of circle of bushes. Just imagine there's bushes over here. Not a lot of landscapes, but and trees, and you start to approach the location. You see that they are watching the river from here. They have a very good vantage point with some bushes that would hide them very well. But one thing is that from this angle, you are able to see them well, and they somehow have still not seen you, Gal, because that really good check. You see this individual in rags and scarred, and they seem to be a creature you have never seen before. They or maybe some sort of dragonborn. You imagine?
What's its intent? I guess.
Make an
I don't think this thing.
insight check.
Yeah, that's a plus 8. I'm not gonna.
Let's see.
use very-
Rolls are 18, 17, 19. 1, but that was on advantage, so 19, 20, 16. Just high roller over here. So you kind of look at them, and you see that they actually have a very frightened disposition. They seem to be watching you all with a sort of, or you all being your group, with a apprehension. But one big thing about that you get from your very good roll is that you almost see a sort of hope in their eyes, like they're or a very cautious glances, like they're looking for some sort of opening. They look ready to bolt out, but they seem to be waiting for the proper moment.
Bolts out like attack?
No. You think they're trying to run towards the boat, I will say, with your very high insight. They're looking for an opening through the lizard folk guard.
Wait, so it's just this one guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper to Blindbeak. So, you think he's an enemy?
No, he wants to come with us. I don't know why.
Dante starts slobbering.
I know if we talk to him, he's gonna run away. Can I talk in a what in this culture? What is a sign of like peace and shit like that? Like, do we wave a white flag?
You suck your cock.
What
Whoa.
the?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Sleight of hand.
Well, if it's
Whoa, what are you insinuating?
Natural one.
Isaac,
I'm bad
Blind
at
Beak does not have
slobbing on
the
knobs.
does not have the
Of course, it's on your fucking joke roll.
suction cup soul stealer.
That's
Not
enough.
proficient in suck.
Noob.
I'd say this group you haven't known to be particularly subtle. You know, the most kindly greeting they have is probably a good hey, yeah! You know, like general, sort of loud redneck sort of things.
That's fine.
Yeah. I want to project this peacefully, like in a calming tone. If you want to go to the boat, we could take you.
You see they kind of seem to jump, as obviously they didn't know you were
I'll
there.
have my hands raised. Like,
And they turn around.
Simba's confused and looks at Blindbeak and raises his hands too.
Oops, I mapped those. You guys both raise your hands, and Dante just stays low to the ground and snarls. Not gathering the sort of kindly tone you guys wanted to take. But you see their eyes sort of widen, and as they look to you both, and instead of seeing fear, you see mostly they seem to be definitely apprehensive. But you see that their caution seems to fall, and they also raise their hands.
Can you speak our language?
This is common, yes? Common?
Yes. Good. Good.
Yes. I your tongue is a bit different than from my own place, but I can understand.
Where, where from?
Oh, okay, maybe it's a bit different now. You seem to be getting
Wait,
rid
wait, wait.
of.
No, you. No, I'm good. I'm good. Wait, wait, wait. I'm sorry. That was bad of me. We can talk. We can talk.
I give Blind Beak a nudge.
Sorry.
They will approach you and they will say, "Oh, are you from this place? Are you from the plane of air? You are from here in the floating islands?
So
Are
mean
you
this-
from my? Are you from my home? Are you from the Anomyth?
This is not Animus.
No, the plane of air. I know. Yes, this is known.
Wait, when he says air, is it like AIR or HEIR?
You know, that's for you to distinguish.
Damn. I'll figure it out.
No subtitles?
Where's my
Nonsense.
subtitles?
Mm-hmm.
Me,
Hold on, let me
fuck, I
rewind.
can't talk like that. I can't talk caveman.
me blind beak.
Me Sinbad. Me very strong.
From originally Crux. Do you want to come meet friends?
Oh, you are all from plane of air. This is not good. I was
Plane of-
hoping that you all, not being of the strange crocodile version of my people, would be from my home, but you are not. You are from here.
Wait,
This
is he saying
plane-
plane of air?
We're not from this plane.
No. We are from this plane, but we're not
Yeah,
from
he's
this plate.
saying
He's
plane,
saying
not
plate
plate.
specifically.
Oh, so he's. Oh.
He's
Yeah.
kind of tripping me up.
I need
Cogs are turning.
to
Our
go
dragon-
home.
Plane?
What's your language?
I speak Draconic and Common, but our Common is a bit different from what you are all saying to me right now.
What is this place you mentioned before, by the way? Anomyth?
Here, wait. Come,
Never heard
come
of a
with,
plate like
come with
that.
us. Come with us.
Okay,
We'll give you.
you're
food.
not going to eat me, right? No,
No.
you are not eating me because all the others here have tried to eat me, and it was not. They have taken my tail to make me like them, and it has not grown back. It's festering. I am feeling a bit sick. I have been here for a very long time. I have stolen some of their drink, and I barely alive, I think.
Can I?
You do
medicine
see
check him?
they are full of scars currently.
Uh,
They seem to be very beat up.
I'll reach out a hand.
You can make a medicine check, sure.
Macro work.
You think that you don't actually see as many sicknesses as you would think from them having this being here for so long. And they seem a little emancipated, a little bit, a little like they're
Emancipated, like free?
not emancipated, my bad, emaciated, right? That's the word for people that haven't eaten for a long time.
Yes.
Emaciated. Not emancipated. My bad. My bad. They're free, but they're not feeling free because they are hurt. Um,
Emancipated from eating.
you think that they probably they have some sort of infection though, and are also you see as they come closer, they might not have any like super visible sicknesses, but there might be like some other sicknesses within them that are making
do they
them
have,
kind of pale and feel weak.
Do they have like latent disease? Or is it manifested?
You think it's probably you think there might be some latent disease, but you're not entirely certain. But you know that they are currently sick, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Do I know the
In some
sickness at all? Or I'll just reach out my hand.
They will jump on. And
when he grabbed, does he like use my hand to get pulled up onto Dante?
Actually, this is a good point. There's not really enough space on Dante. Dante would have to pick up this individual, and even then,
up in the mouth,
it might be difficult. No, with the claws.
Can a flying person carry someone?
Not exactly. It depends on how strong they are, and even then, it's like I would probably give them some pretty big. If it's a medium creature carrying a medium creature, I would give them some pretty big downsides. Some it would be difficult.
You're too heavy.
Thankfully, Dante is big and also designed to be a mount, so is able to carry a good amount of people. But 3 is exactly the start of the that's where it starts to get very difficult for Dante.
Can he do it or can he not?
I'll dismount. So you just take him back to the boat and come back to me with Dante later.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Hopefully. You said it yourself.
How far from the
This
boat?
individual seems to as you get off kind of eye you a little bit strangely, looking at your mane, it seems specifically, and says, "No, you do not seem to have any feathers. No, is it not feathers? Can I touch? It looks like fur."
I prefer people I've just met not touching my bait.
Oh, yes.
But you're correct. It is not feathers. It is indeed fur.
Then are you really from this plane of air? Because
Yes,
most things I have seen are either crocodiles or have feathers or other abomination. You are fairly normal.
I come from a much different place than this, but it is all within the same plane of air as well.
We're gonna go take him.
Okay. I have seen beasts like this before.
Are you gonna get on?
They take your hand and get on. Dante begrudgingly allows it.
When they take my hand, I'll physician's touch and I'll cure one of his diseases.
Alrighty. Let me look at some notes real quick.
Also, can I roll to see if I know anything about Anomyth?
Sure, make a history check.
Please. I think I'm good at that, which is good.
I think I'm good at that.
You want to know something? You want to know something?
What?
It evades you. Even with a 21, it seems that Anomyth is a very strange name to you. You do not gather what this seems to be in reference to.
Reference to another campaign at
I'll give you this though. There are, people, especially being of one of the high plates, you are not unaware of other, worlds. You believe that there are other worlds and such like that. Looking out into the astral sea and such, especially with your specific people's beliefs and knowledge from the star of Erelor. Sorry about all the burping.
He drank Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. You gather that from the there are rumors of other planes and such like that, but it is extremely difficult to get to one, and even more difficult to nobody has ever returned from ventures to try to go to other planes of existence.
Professor Von Schwa would actually really like to meet this guy.
Moldy.
All right.
We'll fly him over.
So you just stay there, Sinbad?
Sinbad,
Yeah.
when I come near, just bellow and I'll come get you.
They're all the way down there.
He'll give a signal.
Not actually accurate, but we'll move you guys closer to you can get back. I'd say you aren't that far away from the boat, so it's not that hard to walk back.
Oh, okay.
But once you get sick,
He might. Oh wait, so were you just planning on flying back? And grabbing him?
yeah.
Because there are
Well, he's gonna come
paths that make it so you don't get sick, and then you'll be at the edge, and as was established. You know what? It's fine. Sebek can get back. That's what I'm saying. Pretty easy.
I did it.
But so you arrive back to the boat with this strange individual.
When we met a friend.
Why are
He's
we
not-
bringing more people onto the tiny boat?
Listen, we could get rid of some of the skeletons.
Whoa, the skeletons are all off the boat.
We're not even on the boat.
Yeah, exactly.
Blindbeak, while he seems small, I feel like I can't ever recommend that you bring strangers to our boat. I thought you were scouting for spies.
Yeah, what is this all about?
We were scouting for spies. We just found him. He's not from this.
From this.
Did you cut out Isaac?
Yeah.
Plane.
Clean.
I don't even know what that means. And you just believe him?
Where is he from?
He talks. Say hi.
Well, he's not talking to me.
I am scared.
You said he was pretty obviously sick, right?
Not anymore. Oh wait, that's what my notes were gonna be about. I forgot to look all the way. Just hold on. I need to look into a different file than I have.
How much knowledge do I have about planes?
You would have the most knowledge out of the group, as that was kind of focus
Good
of
thing.
Dad and studies of Alestrin.
Don't you mean another plate?
No, I meant another plane.
I
Well,
don't know.
which one?
I'm sorry,
I
what?
forget-
What does that mean?
He speaks Draconic. My friend here. Well, two of them speak Draconic. You could talk in your normal tongue.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll speak Draconic to him. I'll
Is he
entertain
talking in
this.
Draconic now?
Yo, what up?
The Draconic is more similar than the Common, thankfully. Still kind of like a different dialect than you're used to. Different accents as well. But it's a lot better than the Common. Their Common, as well, their Common just seemed strange and had some words that kind of sounded like other words, but then you had kind of like the difference between Italian and Spanish. You know, they're kind of very similar, but then yeah, but more similar than Italian and Spanish, I'd say, for the Common. But the Draconic is like almost it's still very similar, just different different phrases.
If I take a second, I'm gonna, build up some spores real quick. I'm thinking about this. I've been researching Draconic for some time, trying to get all the nuances down, but that's kind of it takes forever. It takes way too long. I just want to see those pathways in his brain, so I'm gonna shoot a cloud of spores. I'm gonna cast Comprehend Languages to hopefully comprehend his language better.
Indeed, yes. Then you get literal translations and not any of the mix-ups. And in fact, it makes them sound more proper than you were hearing before, as they seem to.
And because I am the best translator ever, I can also just translate for everybody.
It's true, walking translator. You're just spreading those translated spores everywhere. It's fucking epic. Hold
on. Okay, but so you said he's not apparently sick anymore?
No, this individual vomits up a Grellian parasite that was inside their stomach because Blindbeak gave them the physician's touch.
Oh wow! I've had this before.
I stabbed the parasite.
Ew! Is the noise it makes as it dies.
Oh,
well, that was disgusting.
Timothy eats it.
How
before you're able to throw it away.
Timothy.
I forgot he was here.
Slithers on the ground.
Good boy, Timothy.
Hello.
Oh, he needs to eat too. He's actually starving.
So, just to check in with everybody else, none of you are from Anomyth. No, nobody from the plane.
Oh. We're all from here.
I don't understand what the word plane means, other than flat surface.
Yeah, half of us don't even know what planes are.
Yeah.
So things in the sky.
Things in the. That's very.
Those are called stars. I thought you should know this.
I would think that people from other places would know better than I of the planes, especially coming from such a special one such as your own.
What makes...
Yeah, fires are special.
You are one of the elemental planes, right? You guys do not have giant birds and dragons flying everywhere, beasts of air and elementals of storms and stuff.
The twin phoenixes, we do have giant birds.
Yeah.
Yes, you are from the plane of air. This is what I am saying. You guys are, but you do not. What do you call this place if not the plane of air, eh?
This is Brockmire. More specific, well, this is the planet of the world is called Terofane.
Terofane.
Where does the name air come from?
It is because there is so much air. Do you have floating islands? Although
What
I haven't seen one for a while.
Is a plane?
It's like another world. I think this is what I tried to, this is what I learned before leaving my own home, and then coming here accidentally.
How'd you leave your own home?
Listen. Dragon Empire was having a really bad time. Wars abound after the great shrieking of the human lands. So, me
None
and
of
some
this-
of my clan decided to leave the sewers of the great Dragon Empire and tried to go through the Dire Pine Woods. But the Dire Pine Woods, apparently being affected by witches and evil things as well. So we got carried around. I don't really know what happened after that. Something about getting captured, put to sleep. And then all of a sudden I was falling. I was falling. I was going to die. I felt a strange void around me. And then suddenly I was in a very beautiful flower place. And I in that flower place I was able to escape because there was a weird other bird person, one of the plane of air people. It was not good. They were very scary. They had flowers everywhere that made me feel sick. So I left. Think I was pretty lucky with that. And then
Are we moving while this is happening?
I swam. Yeah, you guys are definitely moving. And then I swam, and then I came here, and I've been here for a few months, I think. It's
Little
hard to
while.
tell. I
Is
don't.
the flowers on Brockmire?
Yeah,
Well,
Brockmire
when-
is this landmass. It was on different landmass, but very small as far as I could tell.
What did you get from there to here?
I swam. I'm very good swimmer. Us lizard folk,
wow.
very good swimmer.
Did you swim up?
I swam. Looks around. I swam, and then no, it was too long ago. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, fair. What kind of flower person was it? Was it a flower person like
They
me?
had they kind of look like this one. I think this is normal. This is normal type of person I have seen before. Points at Blind Beak. I've seen your kind before in my own in Enomyth. Although you're lots of stories of plane of air for you and the ones of your kind with wings, but it was like this one, but with long neck and feathery arms. Very scary, very tall. Not good. Had a mask of wood and flowers growing upon their body. Said something about I don't know. It was in another tongue. I think probably your air speak, but not the common you were all using. That was just weird, fucked up common.
So, are you saying that the dragons that we're dealing with here in Terofane are from a different world?
What? You guys have dragons too? Oh, I did see dragons flying away one time. Oh, over in direction. No, I come here. I think I'm just absolutely fucked. I do not know where I am. I think I don't know what happened. Lots of memories missing. All I know, I get me and my tribe in the Dire Pine Woods get abducted by some nasty witches making some sort of evil plant demon spawn, and then all of a sudden I am in white void getting torn apart, and then I awaken in the weird flower place.
You got it.
Well, what the
Yes,
hell?
He has to meet
It's
Professor
big
Von
story, right?
He is to meet my father. That is crazy. You're saying it is possible to go from plane to plane.
Yeah,
Was
I think so.
really behind this? I mean,
Does it not
other planes travel between them, white void.
terrify anyone else that there is apparently other worlds that we don't know about, but
Oh,
No,
that
that's
is so cool.
incredible.
That is awesome. This
they know about us, and they have a different name for our own world than we do. Makes me feel
Professor,
That happens all
really.
the time. Just look at like the plates.
Professor
Well,
Von Schwa.
The
Plane
plates
of
are.
air.
Oh, I give him some food. This guy was fucking starving.
Has he told us his name yet?
No.
Thank
Hey,
you
what's your
for
name?
thank you for the food. My name is No Lurk.
That's an ugly name, but you know.
What
Why would
the?
you say
Why would
that?
you?
My
Keep that in your head.
So I just came. It was just my first thought.
Is that
Sorry,
was so
Mother gave him that
unnecessary?
name.
My
Sorry.
mother named me after Big Dragon War Hero, a lizard folk that was better than the best of all of the dragon peoples. Did great
Well, you have
battle with all
survived.
of the orcs and the humans.
You have survived going from one plane to another, so I don't think that name is poor for you.
Oh,
I-
thank you. That is very kind of you. I like you, Shadow Lizard Man, Lizard Folk.
Trace is ink, not shadows.
Yeah,
Ink.
Eh.
See,
This
I
is
like
a common
I
misconception.
like poke Trace's shoulder and like get a little
I
ink
thought
on my
I thought you were just another version of lizard folk. All these people, these are not the lizard folk I know. These are much more bigger mouths. Well,
Oh yes.
for some, and they look like crocodiles. We take our ancestry more from the dragons.
Does anyone else feel really small right now?
Existential crisis meeting an otherworldly traveler.
Have I ever heard of Animith in like any research with my dad?
Make a history check like Sinbad did. But unfortunately, Sinbad, I'm sorry to do you like this, but I'm gonna allow Treyas to have advantage, having the big background around it. Okay. Anomyth. Again, Anomyth is like the words, something about it just feels unnatural. When you hear it, it's almost like it's something you should know, but you can't remember anything about it very well. But your father has had a lot of theories about the astral sea and looking out at the stars, and pointedly at like some very specific stars and formations out in the sky. And there has always been well, of course, the Aralor star, big deal, brightest in the sky, has had word of actual like people that have traveled from place to place, sort of deal. And sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was thinking about Aralor, because Aralor like some people have like had contact with it and its gods and such, so it's like very big. Anomyth, on the other hand, although you don't know the name, your father has theorized of a couple planes that people have lost themselves to. But with that history check, I will also let you know that astral travel in general is in the high plates considered very dangerous. Nobody goes to other planes or attempts to and ever comes back. If people try to escape, they are strucken down with bolts of lightning and other godly smiting different abilities. But
So we should
travelers,
be careful with this guy trying to go home.
yeah, that is what you gather.
Wait, wow, I have a real quick question. One thing that you mentioned stuck out to me. Dire Pine Woods. Can you
Yes.
tell me any more about that?
Where to start? I am just so you know, you are lucky it is me. I am very well knowledgeable compared to my other sewer folk. I prided myself as one of the most knowledgeable of the clan. Did research even into human histories and such like that. Just because we had alliance. I'm getting off track. Anyhow, Dire Pinewood is a cursed place in between Dragon Empire and the human lands. They nobody knows exactly why it is tainted, but we know that it was a great place where most of the Dragon War happened with the humans versus the dragons when we came across the great oceans, and was greatly bloodied and cursed afterwards. Bore many deaths of great ancient dragons and such. But it is now kind of, well, was the border between human lands and dragon lands until human lands had the great shrieking, and they split up. And then the dragons also they started to get riled up, having new lands they could take over, and then we had a bit of a civil or a internal war.
What is this great shrieking?
Even I do not know much. I left
Your
not
literal
too
name?
long after. Or well, it's hard to get news from human lands now. Taken over by snake people, I think. Something like that. But basically, a great curse, a shrieking of all of the people that had been slain by the system of the humans, it is said, happened, and people died. A great shrieking in their mind. All the normal people in great towns that had some sort of cursed currency died, and that led to them fracturing, I think. Again, not too much is known.
Well, what? So you have the Dire Pine Woods. Was it on the same continent as the human lands, or was it in?
Yeah. Dire Pine Woods was just the border between Dragon Empire, and human lands. It is very cursed place, but was basically only place that was safe to try to escape the wars happening with the dragons. So we tried to go through it, and well, I end up here.
Was there a name to that continent or that landmass?
Yeah. Hold on. You guys would remember better than I right now for some reason. I don't know why I'm forgetting. Sylphane, that's it.
You mean this one? I've been
No.
lining this up. Oh, no.
Sylphane. I think. Let me check back in my notes.
Ah, okay.
Which one is Sylphane?
Came
Is
off
that
of
one we played
the Dire Pine Woods. What do you mean?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Wait, Sylphane's actually the main. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's why I was like.
No, Sylphane. No. It is Sylphane. The vast retreat.
My toes are cold.
I don't want to hear about your toes anymore, dude. Sick of
This
it.
guy talking about his toes so much.
He's always on about his toes.
Wait, so is this guy from? Which one's Sylphane again? Is that where?
That's the
Gershwin
main
and Ringo are from?
continent. Yeah.
Yeah, because but I thought the Dire Pine Woods was in the south. So weird.
Nah.
Bro, this guy's from the fucking dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was
Dude,
pogging. As soon as he
I
mentioned the
know.
Dire Pine Woods, I was like, pog. Not that Saw would know anything about that.
Yeah, Farah doesn't know shit, but I'm pogging.
So he went through this white void, and he entered Terofane. He saw some flower bird person, and then
Mhm.
he escaped and found his way onto Brockmire somehow.
How much 5-leaf is this
I
guy
wonder if
on?
he knows anything. I wonder if he knows anything about the Bard's College.
I think they had. I think that the flower mask individual had some of that 5-leaf, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
Oh,
But
Did
I
you
did
get
not
some?
take any. No, I did not take any.
are you sure you didn't?
No, yes, maybe I don't. Maybe I am affected. Maybe that. Are you guys real? Maybe the flower person made me go crazy.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm real.
Me too.
Pretty sure we're all real.
I'm gonna push the
See no
button.
evidence.
Now
to
that's
the
an
contrary.
existential crisis right there.
I'm gonna push the button.
What? They're real.
Why would you push the button?
Why are you pushing a button?
They're real. That's true. Lord Crag will approach, being quite interested, and have a sidebar with Hundolfir. Say, so what's going on around here?
I really wish I could tell you. I don't understand it. There's something
The worst
about
person to ask.
planes and plates are different things than, and I'm not even. There's questions as to whether we're real. I don't.
I think we can safely say that we're all real.
Yes, I think we are real.
But I mean, what if we've got like interstellar magic travelers? Like, who's to say that we are? Could we be here
don't
for
think-
him or them? Or
I think that's a bit of a leap. He's from
I
a
think you are
different
overthinking
place, but it's
this.
just a bit further away. That's how
that's not what I was just told.
Hundolfir, you know of the Errolor star?
Yes, it guides our ships.
Yes. This is also a plane. This is similar.
What?
I
It
don't
started
know.
as a whole.
There are
Place
theories
with
about
people?
a whole it is theorized that the people there can travel interplanarly.
If you talk to Von
What?
Schwa about this,
But this
he'll-
guy's not from the Aerolore star.
No. But I imagine this is similar, which would be very, very big in every single research done in this.
Von Schwa is actually really interested in this type of stuff, so maybe we should.
We have to make sure Von Spa is still alive. We let's just do that first.
That man is capable. I'm sure he's still fine.
I think so as well, but
But yes, exercising caution is
it did leave
important.
him in danger.
Feyre, in talking to this individual, I'd say you started this conversation kind of feeling this strange feeling, but not really thinking about it, as sometimes this just happens. But in looking at them more, strangely, there seems to be almost like you smell a bit of like ozone, and you almost feel a slight twitch, the feeling you get when the electric powers of the storm course through you. You feel like it's like at the very edge of your ability right now, like something's under the surface, very ready. You feel electricity coursing through you, and as you've talked to this person longer and longer, it seems to have gotten worse.
can I guess let it out? Or
Yeah,
like, is it uncomfortable?
you can try to let it out, certainly.
I guess I'll try to channel it like into my spear.
There are peas on her spear.
I kind of step back. Is this like visible to other people? Like, is there like static around me and stuff?
Only if they were paying close attention would they see the like static kind of small arcs jumping on your spear and in between your like your some like your body. They aren't
Do I
super
think
noticeable
that this
yet.
is like? So is this? Do I think this that like Nolurk is causing this?
You can make an insight check.
I'd love to make an insight.
They're trying to
check.
smite him.
It's bad.
You feel like there is your patron, the power of your patron wants to be let out in some regard.
They want to smite the bitch. He knows too much.
Can I clasp his hand, like his arm?
Yeah. Roll a few dice. Roll. Wait, I need to look up the proper spell for this. If you clasp there, as you kind of reach forward, and Nolurk was goes, oh, I was waiting for somebody to help me down, so this is appreciated. And as you,
So
He was on the dragon.
I stayed up here because I was uncomfortable and not sure if I was safe, but you seem like all normal people. Much like people I was expecting to meet, actually, in the human lands, if they weren't all dead. And then as they say that...
Are you gonna make me cast Shocking Grasp on this guy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
But advanced Shocking Grasp.
I want to counter spell.
Do it.
Can I do that?
Do it.
It's a reaction.
You could just like prevent the lightning from leaving my body.
It's sure. It's not even really a roll, I guess. Then, all right, yeah, I'll rule it like this since it's going down like that, and it was gonna be just 4d8 Shocking Grasp sort of deal. But as you reach out and you begin to clasp Nolurk's arm, Treyas, we'll say you are.
I'm watching this guy.
All right. If you're watching, you see a flash of light start to appear from Feyre's eyes, arcs of electricity, and some inscription on the spear that you didn't really notice before seems to glow on Feyre's back, or wherever Feyre is holding her spear. And you see as electricity seems to arc from the spear down her arm and begin to lash out at Nolurk. But since you are watching, you are able to quickly, with instincts trained by your creator, your father, you are able to put out your hand, and a shadowy, the electricity that was arcing towards Nolurk seems to almost puff into shadow-like smoke, some blust, if you will, as it lashes out, and a portion of this inky darkness seems to spread up Feyre's arm for a moment to stop the electricity before the shadows do seem to fade away, although there will be some like stains of ink on Feyre's arm as the counterspell takes place.
Hey, bro, what are you doing?
Are you trying to kill me? You're not trying to eat me, are you? Like these others around me?
I look over at Treyas, make eye contact. cast fly and launch into the air.
What?
What?
Huh?
What just
You're the
happened?
Splinter Cell.
Everyone was like, "Oh, it's not a big deal that there's another plane," and now Farah's having a nervous breakdown,
Yes, that is.
and you're all
Especially 'cause-
calling.
She was so chill about it.
Is this do I still feel this like charge inside of me?
You do, and you still see the words on your spear. You notice now that they are glowing.
I'm gonna drop to the ground over here and like I guess sort of try to channel my power through the spear, and I'm gonna point the spear towards the sky. I'll let out a scream.
Is it targeting No Lurk? Because that's what I figure. I figure the gods are trying to fucking kill him.
A lightning bolt comes down upon you. The skies seem to turn even a darker sort of gray than before, as they have been ever presently raining hail. But for a moment, that hail stops as a continuous bolt of lightning strikes into you. But it doesn't seem to stop. It seems to continue on, and you feel this energy flow through you. And you look at, and as you are holding up your spear, the words almost seem to reverberate into your mind, striking like the very lightning bolt that is coming down from the sky. You read, "None shall pass but you." And you feel what the storm feels, and at this moment you feel the storm is angry. Its very essence, its instinct, something about keeping people in, keeping people down, keeping the demon that you know of down, keeping the greater expanse of the world safe, and that holes represented by ones that travel in between the planes, such as that, makes the storm angry. It sees flaws. It sees a possibility for the great demon to get released, and it is angry about it. Its very being, the reason it is around, is against that, and it's against these interplanar travelers, and it seems to be very upset that somebody seems to be having gone through.
I'm going.
And-
I
and it
yell to the
urges
sky.
you. It urges you as you strike to use the power given to you. You feel flashes in your mind the same anger, and the images of No Lurk come into your mind, and you see that word, the first word on your spear, none, and you feel a great hatred towards No Lurk.
Can you resist that?
No.
Make a charisma
No.
saving throw.
Oh shit!
Don't hurt him. I like this guy.
Oh no!
Oh fuck.
You are still, even after the lightning bolt is it seems to dissipate, seems to stop. You see a branching network of these lines outwards, like the lightning itself surrounding you, and you still feel this arcing electricity. And this time it's not subtle. It is kind of a constant aura around you. And you still feel this sort of hatred. Although you're not compelled per se. But I will say you are very aware. You are very aware that this hatred to No Lurk is being thrust upon you, and you are still have the capability to enact that, and or not, depending on what you want specifically, like your own will. But you do feel that it going any closer to No Lurk, you will not be able to, or getting in close proximity to No Lurk, you will not be able to stop yourself. It is now in your being for this electricity that is arcing off of you like a Tesla coil to strike at trespassers of the plane.
I drop to my knees. It's not his fault. He didn't choose to come here. We don't have to do this.
As you
Can I
look
see
down,
what happened?
you all just see Farah fly off, and you can't really see Farah in like the shrubs and the trees, but you see a strike of lightning that continually just like jumps in between positions, a continuous lightning bolt coming down, and you do hear Farah's yells, the initial screaming of that, but then it fades away, and you don't really see much other than maybe a faint light through the trees.
Is Farah charmed, or is this just like a thing that happens now?
That's up for Farah to figure out, but I did say that you're not compelled to kill No Lurk. It is up to you, but you feel as though if you get close enough, the feeling will grow worse. But I will say that as you are kind of talking, as you are saying it is not their fault, you look down at the scorched earth, and you almost feel this thrum, this understanding, and at the corner of your vision you can almost see clouds, but as you look around you can't actually spot it, and you feel this sort of understanding thrust upon you still from arcing electricity going through the synapses in your brain, that it's not about innocence, it's about the possibility of somebody getting out, of somebody delivering corruption upon the greater the greater reality.
Then we don't need to punish him. We can find where he came through, close the gap. I don't want to kill him.
Make a persuasion check.
Please give me
Persuade the gods.
Give me blind.
Yeah. Listen, you know.
It's not blind beak luck.
Champion of the of a
pretty good.
storm got to
17
talk
is
to the
pretty
god.
good.
No, that is good. And I will say the electricity seems to die down.
Just show me how to close the gap.
There's an arcane weapon right there.
The spear will thrum, and the electricity like emanating from you will lessen somewhat, and you will say, no, this is what happens. There's a moment of calm, almost as though it is thinking itself. There's still no hail in the strange circle above you, and almost seeming to descend from the sky from the rest of this storm, you see more like a cloud column, and you still see this storm, the cloud kind of surrounding your vision, and you are then hit by one more bolt of lightning, and you feel an understanding come upon you once again, as the storm seems to strike you and say that, or not say in the traditional sense, but this is actually the closest you've gotten to words since kind of being thrust with understanding the first time you've met the storm and or through the spear, and you come to understand. Hold on. You come to understand that. Hold on. I wish I had tested these first. Wow. Sure. All right.
All will be over soon. Gaps are impossible in a corrupted world. So I will but watch and ensure none escape, as you shall as well.
And as this lightning bolt seems to strike you, and you get this understanding throughout your mind, you kind of come to after a bolt of lightning, and you are no longer arcing with the electricity, but over your shoulder, this cloud is no longer at the edge of your vision. You now have a cloud hovering a bit above you over your shoulder, and it arcs with the electricity a bit.
Keeping a closer eye.
It thunders silently.
When the second lightning strike hits, I think Hundlefear would extend his wings and begin to fly over.
Very well. You can easily fly over and spot the area of charred earth and branching pattern that the lightning bolt made. And Farah, you actually see, you feel this strange, even more lessering of this static energy as Hundlefear arrives, and you see the cloud seems to bob up and down, almost in a sort of reverent fashion as Hundlefear approaches.
Now, you know how much we each have a penchant for lightning, but as my feet touch the ground, I'll gesture. It feels a little excessive, doesn't it?
Yeah, excessive is one way to put it. Turns out it's got a temper. I point to the storm cloud next to me. Hundlefear, the storm, Hundlefear.
Oh, well, I mean, kind of a little fella. For, you talk
That's
about
right
the
now.
storm. Oh, I see. Well, I will, if I reach my finger out towards it, does it, what?
It will actually, kind of lower down, and it will rumble softly. But again, in this sort of, it's almost doing a cloud form of, bowing to you.
Yeah. I will continue that motion and go to, open palms, sort of just touch it. And how does it react to that?
It seems to, as you touch it, it's not really a physical thing. It's cloud, so you more so even than moisture, you get this feeling of feeling one of those glass or plastic orbs where they do the Tesla arcing towards your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that strange sense of electricity, of energy beneath your fingers, and it thrums towards you, and you feel a strange, almost like a understanding from it also starting to course through your veins and your synapses, but very, very lightly, just a twinge. Would make any other person flinch if you weren't already so used to lightning. And it thrums to you the utmost respect. It acknowledges you.
I'll just go, well, what good storm doesn't have a little bit of a temper? But seriously, are you okay?
I'll be fine. The lightning doesn't hurt.
Oh,
Well,
no,
it
not at
hurts.
all.
It hurts,
Uh,
but not in a permanent manner.
Yeah, you have a headache.
I
It's probably the biggest thing after getting your literal synapses blasted with understanding.
Now, what almost happened to the stranger aboard our boat? It seemed like,
The storm wanted me. It wanted to kill him.
oh, well, that's not good.
It does not tolerate those who break through barriers that should stay sealed.
Fascinating.
Echoing.
Will you be able? Will you be able to be close to him?
I can keep it under control.
Okay, well,
It rumbles at that.
I think compared to even you, I lack a connection to the actual nature of the storm. But I will, help you bear the burden if necessary, if I even can.
Thank you. I step up into the air, hovering a little bit, and Hundlefear. If I do ever, the storm takes me, and I try to hurt someone, I want you to stop me.
That's sounds like a plan, lass, but let's hope it never comes to that, aye?
I give a little grin. Let's hope. And I
Because
take off.
looking at as I will fly to, because to be honest, looking at those lightning strikes, I'm not even sure I could stop you.
Maybe not. Who knows? You'd be surprised. I land back on the deck of the boat. Do I feel anything? Looking at Noler.
You don't actually feel anything this time, but you do see the cloud isn't you understand that the storm is not dealing out judgment quite yet. This is an observational cloud, but the cloud does seem to grow a little bit closer to your shoulder and a little bit more broody and dark, more condensed as you get back on the boat and no lurks there. Can we just say no lurks off of Dante at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to and they're like, oh.
Sorry about that, everyone.
What
Hope
So
you enjoyed the
what
light
was all
show.
that?
Oh, just a brief conversation with the storm. Speaking of which, this is the storm, everyone. It's the storm. This is Simbad, Sov, Treus, Blindbeak, Dante, Orange, Timothy, Skeletons, Lorcrag.
Fuck, Orange is here. We brought the cat.
I
What
said
do you
orange.
mean?
I forget about that cat so much.
Rumbles. You literally do.
Whoa, what is this your strange Eldritch backboard?
A piece of it. It's observing. I give
Is
it
this
sort of
going
a
to
side,
happen again?
sideways glare. I hope not.
Mm-mm.
I don't really know.
I think we will.
I
deal
will
with it
stay
if it
prepared.
does.
I sort of poke the cloud with my spear.
It
As long as
does.
stays
It lets
on.
it pass through it.
Why can't the cloud help when we're stabbing things?
That's a good
Rumbles.
question.
Sends one arc of electricity at the spear, almost like pointing at it.
It does give me my power and this weapon.
Nolurk, we don't tell people about your where you're from anymore. Do you understand?
Yeah. Okay, all right. I had to listen. First
I
time,
have
go going in between planes, so this is all new for me as well. I'm sorry for any trouble I have caused. I would just like to go home as quickly as possible. The storm thunders at that.
I think that would be best.
We have a friend who could.
The storm
look at
very
you.
much thunders at that.
I look at him. I look at the storm. If he goes back, we can find a way to plug the hole.
It seems to grow reserved.
Oh, a hole?
A gap in the barrier between planes.
Well, is that maybe the white void that he was talking about before?
Perhaps. I'm not really sure. The
You
storm.
can shove him through my eye.
Does this mean we should be finding the flowers he's talking about?
I think that would be best. Probably our best lead at the moment. It has to be near here if he was able to swim from there to here.
Yes.
I don't want to seem.
Let's kill Malphoric first.
Well,
I don't.
yeah,
Yes, I
we
don't. I
have
don't
a
want to
task at
seem
hand.
petty, but when
he
I
said it
requested a detour for the sake of one of my friends, well, I was outvoted.
Oh, we'll kill Malphoric first. That's priority number one. This thing with the storm is my problem to deal with.
Oh, well, I just find it interesting.
I don't want to place a burden on any of the rest of you. It shows me, not you.
What is there any form of writing between plates, or like communicating between plates?
Yeah, there's these special there's like a special mailing system that uses
Probably not
like very
around here.
Yeah, I mean they basically like they're actually the messengers are celebrated travelers that are usually Aarakocra or another form of creature that is able to fly, and they are celebrated for being extremely fast, specifically trained in it, and extremely hardy. Them and spell swords are kind of celebrated in the same way as travelers that bring prosperity. It's just the messengers bring they bring messages on the wake wind, and that helps people communicate without having like sending and stuff like that. But then there's the spell swords are just kind of like a universal military force that like the shogunate. Just they got samurais going around, basically, sort of deal.
Where would I think nearest place for me to do that, or nearest person rather?
They would come to town, so you just have to wait in something, you gather, but you don't know how long that might be, and plus you basically know that's actually maybe impossible, considering the Malphoric attacks you or whatever comes to the plate.
So we're not allowed off the plate right now.
Yep.
I want to contact my dad at some point.
There are spells, but it just
like
depends on
sending, you
your ability to access to those spells.
Isn't sending unlimited range?
Yeah, it's
like
interplanar as well. It just has
interplanar?
interplanar. It has a chance of fucking up.
Oh, okay.
In the
Simbad's
rules.
staying quiet right now, but he's actually looking a bit uneasily at Pharaoh.
Nolurk is too. But Nolurk's staying next to Treyas because Treyas has been really positive and nice about them being from a different plane.
Also, no, look, I'm sorry about the whole lightning thing. That was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. It won't happen again.
Well, there are a great many things that I need to get used to in the new plane. I thought that I was going to be falling forever, or there'd be a lot more floating islands, being the plane of air. But actually, surprisingly, just a lot of bird people so far. So this is not too much of a surprise. Deadly storms was tales I've heard from the plane of air. But you know,
think you would enjoy the higher plates much more.
And
Whoa,
higher plates.
Yeah, we are low right now in Brockmire here.
Of course, plane of air, talking about things being high and low. This makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Well, you do understand that they aren't floating, right?
Well, actually, I was confused. I have not seen any waterfalls or anything. This just seems like a normal continent so far, but I was told of floating islands, and I think I have a
the area is
memory of
between-
seeing something like
I think
that.
the areas between the continents, you'll find more what you are expecting.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm excited about that. I'm actually quite scared. I don't want to fall forever.
Oh, don't worry. Traveling the Wake Winds is fun.
Okay.
I
I've done it a few times now.
It's not fun.
Most times the way you're supposed to.
All right. So we've had a strange encounter on. Let's say this is the second day. Well, actually, if it was the first night, this would be the second day. So, same day as you guys talking about. What were you talking about at the beginning of the session? How could I already forget? Got so sidetracked. The whole nother plot line. Either way, I imagine you're still doing like some rounds, right, Limebeak?
Yeah.
All right, nice. Also, I will say there is something important about No Lurk, which is you have heard tales of No Lurk. Or no, you have not heard tales, but now you will hear tales as the lizard folk come up, and Lord Crag will probably specifically after kind of gathering that you guys found No Lurk. There are tales of No Lurk going around actually after a bunch of lizard folk from the Drowned Horde stole their tail, and well, they are actually like number one on the eating list. They think No Lurk is like a special like altered kind of lizard folk that needs to be eaten to gain strange new abilities that are locked away from the lizard folk, such as having tails, which is why the tail was taken. They are very much interested in eating No Lurk and seem to have been trying to hunt down No Lurk for some time to try to eat them.
Oh, so that's why he was super spastic.
No, yeah, that's
He's like,
exactly.
"Oh."
Yeah. He was trying to not get eaten and also not get spotted by the people that they know were trying to eat them. So, you guys do arrive eventually at hold on, I need to back at Jackal's Pond.
One thing before we arrive, before we go to bed for that time. Oh, wow, I'm not Trace. Would you happen to know a specific spell called Floating Disc?
No.
If I wrote it on a rock, and gave you some ink, would you be able to learn it tonight?
You.
Takes
Trace
about
is a
2
sorcerer, not a
hours. Oh,
Yeah.
would you be able to learn it tonight? Is that possible?
Not in one night, no. Not for a sorcerer. But potentially over
Sorry,
time.
man.
Wizards are just better at it than everybody else.
Truly. Simply get a spellbook, forehead.
Who needs a spellbook when you are the spellbook?
That's fair.
Ink person. By the time you get to Jack,
because I'm so lost.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
I was actually trying to copy and paste it this whole time, but it was being really. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I just couldn't see it. Oh my god, that's a mess. Oh my god.
Oh,
There's-
You changed it like 8 times.
Yeah, I did on accident. I just didn't see him.
What'd
There's
you do?
so many people. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You see
What
it?
the? Look at our entourage.
No, that's not true. This isn't true. This is
Look how
lies.
many fighters
Oh
we
wait, I
have.
have to do it carefully. Fuck. Hold on. I fucked it up. You guys do get the Jekyll's Pond though, and
Do we level up? Do we level up?
you guys
Sick.
don't level up. No.
Why not?
You guys
Oh, it's
do.
also is my spear?
It's when we get
still
off the
same?
plate, I think. Or,
Unfortunately,
level up
you surmise that in not doing what the storm wanted, it has opted not to give you any cool rewards or anything.
Yeah, that tracks. That
Well, we
bastard.
get a really cool friend.
But you do get the cloud, but the cloud doesn't seem to, you know, have any helping. It's just watching you so far.
is the cloud not gonna give us away?
Tiny.
It's like a small little cloud, like over my shoulder. It's not
Oh,
the
is
sky.
it?
Yeah.
You
If the
and
cloud's gonna give us away, I've already given us away.
Yeah, you could give
Many
us
times
by
over.
flying around on a wyvern, if anything.
Hey man, my wyvern's pretty sneaky.
you also
Yeah,
I'm just saying, we're-
as you travel around with it for a couple days, you actually surmise that it does. It's very good at being stealthy or hidden. Sometimes it like just flies overhead and like way up where it blends in with the clouds. Sometimes it'll like go super small and go behind Feyre, or it'll coil around Feyre's spear or other like parts of Feyre, like around her arm or something.
Mhm.
By the time you get to Jekyll's Pond, it would have been 48 hours. And
I'm not
still
gonna count my book as being finished because I'm gonna assume I was talking.
talking
for a
with the peeps,
Yeah.
no lurk and such.
Yeah.
So you could walk from Jackal's Pond, or you can boat over there. That's what Lore Crag kind of brings up to you guys.
It's fast.
The boat will be faster. However, it might give you away pretty quickly. Is the only thing. It's not the stealthiest boat. So what'll
So
it be?
I like not being on the water.
Oh, wow, I'd rather walk. Wop, wop, wop. It makes wet running noises.
I think my blanking on the word love of sailing has been indulged thoroughly enough. We can walk the rest of the way.
Right, so there's a little fist pump. Yes.
Well, that was fun.
You guys can go down the main path if you wish. We'll be in the brush and in the swamp so that we can truly be covered in stealth. Somewhat surprising they aren't here already, but perhaps they have other dealings over in something.
Would I have to make perception checks all the way, or is it like sure that like we haven't been spotted yet?
Make a perception check right now.
Right now, right now.
Right now.
Guys, I'm doing this with my eyes closed.
That's
Where the
not
fuck
the
is
ac-
boat?
That's not
Jumping
the
off the cliff.
accurate perception check for being eyes closed.
It's like actually kind of shocking how well this character rolls.
It is
Kinda.
crazy. Blessed
The only-
by the forces of reality.
The only person I've ever met who consistently rolls better was someone who turned out to be cheating. Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing
And I
about
can't-
map
I
tools.
can't
It's
even
like,
cheat on
yeah,
this thing.
I know.
it is very
That-
hard to cheat.
This is
Actually,
like honestly, I kind of want to run the math on all of your rolls and
You totally should.
We
Well,
have
why?
I'm not good enough at math.
Does nobody
for
else
that.
see a problem here? Nobody? Everybody's going?
you know that the boat is hidden not at Jekyll's Pond because of
Oh,
Simon.
wow, when did they move that?
They moved it first thing because they didn't want to get spotted.
No,
I actually
where
was
did they
gonna
hide it
I
at
was
then?
gonna do this. Yeah, I was gonna activate Cyanoid vision for where it is hidden. Hold on. It's not far at all though. It's just down the other river.
Whoa.
If you zoom out a ton, you'll see it as a little spot.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, they're over. They went down
That away.
this river to go over here, and they're hiding. They're chilling.
You know, that's 3 extra bodies, 3 extra homies that I'd rather have with me, especially if we're gonna go into combat.
Yeah, sure. They can pilot the boat back over. I'd say it wouldn't be too much of a hassle. Especially they're probably running low on like supplies and stuff.
And I kind of wanted to ask them if they had any specific needs other than like sails for the boat, like any other material needs.
Boop, boop, boop. If you just wait, like, or even if you just tell Cyanoid to like get their attention a little bit beforehand, they would have listened and just gone along. And then met up with you all and waved and said, "Oh, wow, you." Reyna comes up and says, "Wow, you really seem to have gotten even a bigger group of the people that live here. They're good, right? Safe, everything
Gonna
good.
help
We're
us
chill.
liberate the town, so good enough, I suppose.
Good. Where the frick frack did I put all your little mushroom boys? Is my question.
Wow. You know what would be really cool to put on a floating disc? A cannon. That'd be so cool. That'd be so awesome.
Can't tensors hold floating discs only hold like
No,
10 pounds, though?
Unfortunately,
No, I looked this up.
500.
Cannons are usually like 8,000 pounds, and then
Yeesh.
a floating disc can only hold 500.
Yeah.
So, not
Plus-
possible yet. Okay.
I will say, Tensor's disc only does last for an hour as the duration.
But I have a
as
ritual,
first level spell.
So
True. So
I'm
as long
basically
as
just
you're
saying like
ritualing it up, but
luckily I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to walk. You just have
that
to
would be
think.
cool though. Ideally in the ideal world. Oh, here they are. I found your little goons.
See, now I have my own little militia. Easy.
You look up D&D cannons.
I didn't. I looked up.
D&D
normal
cannons are lighter than real life cannons.
I wouldn't
Fun
be
fact.
surprised.
They might,
honestly. But this is not too important right now. No, Ropin, why no sleep?
Hold on. Just observing, setting stuff up. All right. So they all go into the swampy woods to follow you guys around the path, but not be too obvious. And also they can handle the sicknesses of the deep swamp, whilst you guys cannot.
We have our own little militia. Look how many little fuckers we have.
Crazy.
You actually are commanding an army. Holy
Exactly.
shit. 7
for real.
You got the whole lizard folk squad, and then you got a small specialized undead and myconoid platoon in that army.
Platoon.
I got a nat 20. What did I see?
What were you looking? Oh, you were looking for. You actually surmised that, looking at the ground and the surroundings, and actually this place is kind of ransacked. You surmised that they were here, but they seem to have left. And you see tracks going back to town. And I will say, as you travel back to town, you don't see many signs of them, which is surprisingly enough. You actually feel like they might have left, curiously enough. Let me just... I'm going to teleport you guys. Or I'm going to try to teleport you guys without fucking it up this time.
I want to clone army.
Clone Hundofir.
I want 3 Hundolfirs.
There's the spell, but the spell doesn't actually make a real life clone. It just makes a
Mirror image.
Makes a
Clone
clone
Hundolfir.
that you go
My
back to.
favorite spell.
Simulacrum's the one that makes a real clone.
Isn't that what liches use?
No, I think you're thinking of something else. You're thinking of what are they called? A phylactery.
A real fake clone.
Phallic.
Because the simulacrums are like copies of people made out of stone. I mean, not stone,
Yeah.
snow. And they can't recover hit points or anything. They're just kind of like a wizard's cheap clone. Liches don't necessarily do that, but they definitely can. Strong enough, for sure. So you guys start to really guard up once you guys get to this side of town. But again, it seems eerily quiet. Things don't seem to be... there seem to be very little people actually in the houses. As well as there seem to be very little people... like, very little of the people following Malforic that you remember. And so as you go into town, you pass by some houses, very quiet. As you get up to this point, though, hold on, let me get there properly. Apologies for the slow movement and everything. Getting across this map is a lot. So you reach the beginning of town. You see signs of broken entry and such into many of the houses, which seem to be now empty. Or otherwise seem to be, after being broken in, boarded up. There's signs of like foodstuffs on the ground, as well as occasional like spots of blood, unfortunately. But most of it seems to be dried up after a few days, as it takes you 4 days to get to here from the cannibal camp. But the biggest thing is, as you guys are traveling along... Also, are you guys actually bringing... How many of these guys are you actually bringing? Are you bringing Timothy? Are you bringing No Lurk?
I'd
Why
probably
would we not bring
maybe
No Lurk?
Timothy.
Well, is No Lurk a fighter? I think we would have asked him this.
No Lurk, you know, has weapons, but they don't...
Does No Lurk want to come?
I would not
Would
bring
No Lurk
Timothy.
rather...
Yeah, I'll
stay
leave Timothy
behind
at the.
people he
I'll leave
doesn't
Timothy
know?
with Jackal.
Yeah,
I want Timothy.
Jackal?
Jackal's
Jackal's
hut.
not
Jackal's dead.
there.
Sorry, I'll
Yeah.
just leave him at his hut.
Okay.
Jackal.
Just put him back in the water for now. Tell him to
eaten.
stay nearby.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
be
be
able
like-
to give him the water.
I'll put him in the water and be like, stay near this hut. Don't get eaten. I'll be back.
All right, Timothy swims around.
I'll return for you, Timothy.
Bye for now, my love.
No Lurk will make it very apparent that they were never the strongest of their fighters. No Lurk will say, I'm not necessarily any stronger than like any of my other tribe. I just have this bone I got, and I got a stick. Other than that, I don't think I am very capable.
Is a bone and stick? Is it like a weapon or what?
Yeah, if you look at their portrait, they got a little bone club and a sharpened spear.
Val, would you rather stay with the boat or come fight? I don't think we should
Um,
force
to
you
you,
to do
really.
either.
I will come with, but very, I'm not used to a scrap. Used to fight the kobolds in the sewers, my tribe, if they tried to steal things. So if we're facing off some kobolds, I can definitely
It will be
stab a
bigger
few.
than kobolds.
Um, well, I can try and help. I might do so from a distance. I was more of like, although my tribe accepted me, I was more of a weird one that tried to find books that were flushed down dragons' sewer systems and
Whoa,
trying to
whoa.
read and learn. So
Can I make a combat analysis check on him?
yeah,
I
sure.
was thinking the same thing.
Oh my god. 13.
Sinbad says, "Welcome to the team."
This
Um,
man's status, perhaps.
I will tell you right now, have actually, for some reason, I didn't expect them to come this early, so I don't have all of their stuff ready. But they're like the same as the lizard folk. So they have 22 hit points, and they
Oh, he's
have
weak as fuck.
13 AC because Nodlerk doesn't have a shield right now. So
Even if he did, he'd still get whacked usually.
I don't want this guy to die.
I can hold my own against some.
Is it actually-
I will stay in the back. This is
is
how
it
I
actually
did
like a
most
bow or
of
something?
the fights. I can throw spear, but
And
a
Zenba,
bow would be nice.
You throw one.
Yeah, no, this is a good point.
Does anyone have
Another
a-
body. Another body is what I'm saying.
I
I
don't
got
think
daggers.
I could probably make bow. Maybe us lizard folk are very handy people. I will attempt to do so.
Also, on our way over, I want to cast Unseen Servant. Just utility. Just utility.
You have a little ghosty guy following you around, and nobody can see.
Just the spores.
Does very basic inputs. Basically,
More
wizard
options.
robot. All right, so
Can I also split and have a big minion?
yeah, you may.
I'm kind of gonna have this guy just stay with no lurk.
I think that's
No
probably-
lurk bodyguard.
Yeah, I don't. It won't help too much. They're not that helpful at all. But anything helps.
No lurk
Just
will.
jump in front and
Yeah,
do
a little ink
damage
shield.
punch.
Exactly.
You are very interesting. I have never, ever met anyone like you. You are.
I get that a lot around here.
I think it is very cool.
What's the base health in this?
16, it says.
Let's sacrifice 8 more.
So it gets that 8, so it's 24 now. Correct?
Yeah. Yep.
24 HP. Alright, so you guys begin to make your way into town, seeing these broken houses. You do hear and see some people gathered together, but they are they seem to be very unwell. They have cuts and scrapes, and they are also very, very, skinny. They seem to be passing around some moss as food. But I will say, as you are sort of passing by here, you notice at the very edge of your vision, the others are sort of following you in a stealthy fashion. You hear a noise from this house. You hear, psst, Psst. Over here. Over here.
Bonsoir.
Francois?
What's that?
It is
Who's
I,
there?
Professor Francois. You recognize my voice. Oh my
It's
god.
Francois.
It's
It's good to see you.
We were.
Does he have my cloak?
I have your hood, and I have a
yes.
piece of pelt that was given to me by Blindbeak. It has done very well, I think. It seems that I have not seen these undead creatures before. You're definitely growing your group.
Oh, if we're gonna go free the town, we might as well load up on bodies.
Mm. Yes, that is true. I am not. Well, there isn't. Here, come in. There's some people that I have been helping hide refuge. We've been skipping in between the houses that will take us, but Ket here has been very helpful.
What's been going on?
I don't actually have an interior because it's not important, but just imagine there's
They're all on the roof?
Yeah, we're all on the roof. This was actually the best way to hide, we figured.
It's poisoned.
It's
it's rat.
dude.
It's the rat.
You see, the people, the sleet, the sleet army that came through, they they've been kind of targeting those that are not normal lizard folk. So they were really going after the Aarakocra and the kobold within the town. Thankfully, I was able to get these ones away and shelter them. We've been able to hide fairly well, but they don't seem too perturbed on trying to find people right now. I think they sent a lot of people away with some prisoners. I'm not sure who, but they sent them towards the sleet, the whatever layer the Malforak has.
You've done excellent work.
Where are the ones that are here?
I think they're all at the manor. They seem to have posted up there. I think they might have taken some people inside. I think they're sort of anticipating some sort of fight and using them as leverage or something.
What do you mean they're anticipating a fight? I was checking the whole way.
They're literally waiting in a very specific spot.
Yeah.
It's
Does
not like
mean they're talking about you.
Yeah, it's not like they're hiding in the woods for you to spot. They're all the way on the other side of town in a building waiting for you. No way to suss that out with a perception check.
Well, I say we give them a fight then.
Wait, how do we
That's
get
what we're
rid of
looking
it?
for.
What about the ones that don't want to? I don't like this.
Hopefully nobody has to get hurt, you know? I just hope that the people that were taken away, they are, stay well. Also, there seems to be something about a whole nother group here. But that also doesn't seem to... I don't think the ones from Malforak have noticed. They actually were able to get fairly well distracted when you were all escaping. And I think that whatever spies you said were hiding in the manor managed to escape in the chaos. I don't know where they went, though. I was mostly just ensuring that the people here were safe. There were not some I could save. Some tried to fight back, and, well, it didn't end well. But I was able to save these people.
There is a place that you said I could suss out. That was where they were. Can I suss that? Like, for
It's
the spies?
on the other side of the town. You remember. This is from your vision as well.
Yeah.
You
Is
will
the
have
plan
to
just go
travel.
after them?
The manor, right?
Yes, but
Manor's
like I
across the
said, they
town.
have some people, sort of, you know, they're using them as a sort of bait or a hostage, I believe. They've been keeping them in there for some time. Not necessarily for you either, just for the town, I think. Trying to keeping them around until they are told what they are supposed to do with them from their dragon overlord. We can try to get close, but they are guarding it pretty well. I will leave the approach to all of you. Whether we try to do so stealthily, or we try to do so in a more obvious manner, perhaps.
Well, obvious is more suited for me. I don't know how you all feel.
Me as well.
How about we stealth as far as we can get?
Well, I don't know how stealthy all the lizard folk are gonna be.
Yes, we
Unless
have
we wanted
quite
to
a
just go
large
ahead.
army.
I don't know how stealthy I'm gonna be.
I'm pretty flanky. It is.
So stealth doesn't seem to be the option. Okay, I think I understand. All right. Very well. We'll just have to swim across. We'll have to take a boat across. Hopefully they don't spot us in that time and catch us in between. You said there was a lizard folk army? They'll probably just saddle up.
Does
At
someone
that.
want to come with me on Dante to, I guess, not even scout out. We could start the fight and protect those on the bridge. Or coming across.
Oh wow, they are.
Beautiful.
Seems like we've got our work cut out for it.
That looks so fucking cool.
Lord Craig will ride up, kind of nod at all of you, and say, "I'm surprised. I thought we'd have more of a fight already, so
They seem
this
to
might
be
be
waiting
easier
deeper in
than
the
I
town.
thought."
I doubt it.
I don't think that is accurate.
They are waiting for us. But we'll give them a
The
fight.
challenge is welcome.
All right, so you guys get to the docks. You see, there's one little boat left at
I'm
the
not-
dock.
That's the great thing about being a summoner. You can just say,
I'm on a boat.
I'm in a boat. They do have the stats. Yes.
Yes, yes.
No, I don't think these are the ones.
Sick face. Squiggly face. As you
I'm
get,
gonna summon a bunch of fungal dragons.
They'll walk into the manor.
I can do it for you. Hold on. Oh, you got it. I mean,
Wow. Down.
the owl version.
Correct.
All right, so you all start to gather on this other side as you see these are not right. Do you get pluses to their health? Because giant owls have 19 HP.
No. No, these aren't the right ones. These are the mall ones.
I see. This is the right one. You can summon 8, right?
Correct.
So you see Sav kind of put down some vines and some roots going through the ground, and you see these guys appear
Amazing.
rising from the depths. And as you start to look across the river, you see as you have all saddled up across this very, very extremely wide river, surely enough, you see the signs of some of the blue feather adorned lizard folk on the other side. They seem to have grown in number a small amount, having some additional people having come in, and also some of the bigger guys once again. You see them all sort of, as you guys aren't doing this stealthily, they seem to notice you from across the way and hone in on you all, starting to bark orders and scuttle across the side. A great line of blue-feathered lizard folk on the other side, preparing to try to strike at you all. And as Sov starts to fly off, we will end the session there. With everybody saddled up, getting ready to fight. You guys will just have to find a way across the river. It is time, unfortunately. This is how it is reached.
Next session's gonna be exciting.
Sessions always go longer than always go longer than I think.
Guys, could water walk us across this river.
That'd be cool.
I think all the lizard folk can swim, so
I can also swim.
They're big swimmers.
And I think at this point, a lot of us can fly as well.
Yeah, I could also just
or
fly.
has Dante.
Yeah.
So I think we all have options to get across this.
I might take a little boat.
I could just hurl my spear all the way across.
Everybody else flies or runs on water or something, and it's Sinbad's just over there paddling. Just, hold on, guys.
I'll be there soon.
Clerics on the wyvern, clerics on the wyvern, healers on the wyvern.
I guess I do have water walk. That'd be cool.
Only one of us needs to use it.
That's true.
So yes, next time will be the great battle for something.
For something we don't know.
Ready for the Bay of something?
Something, not something.
Something.
Something and something was already a chapter name. Also, this chapter was very poorly named by me, sadly.
What
was it called?
I called it...
Something's in my ass.
Why would you say that? I said hidden steel in a torn town because I thought you guys would... I like I said, it went longer, the cool, fun RP getting over here than I thought, but I liked it. It was good times. Also, I didn't expect you guys to find my uber rare character, but of course, Blind Beak. He's
a legendary.
He's like a
Planeswalker.
Special cameo.
I'm glad to.
Can I ask what the other options were?
From the GR Brothers campaign.
True. I was fogging.
That was so cool.
What the fucking? There's
gaps
people
in
taking
the plane.
over.
Yeah,
Oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck? How much time has passed? Or
I
is
know.
This in the past. I don't know.
I have no idea. Well, okay. They was talking about the Dragon Empire, which was a whole like. Oh, okay. All right.
That was like a looming threat. Oh, stream's still up.
Oh, the stream is still up, but we will end it there because these are pertinent matters, the interesting discussion, but things that nobody except Theo and Jared know, really. But sorry, I was just interested in the conversation. But yes, this is the end of the stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you now. Bye, guys. Bye. Oh, I think the one last thing I want to say. Oh, also, I kind of want to do this. I want to show the art that Jimmy made last time because art was made. And then I also think I am going to start posting character art onto Twitter with little like synopsises of what the characters are. Is the title. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do that every other day starting tomorrow. And I'll try to go in
Yeah.
order. So we're gonna do like a batch from Haven. Just like some of the NPCs and such, and then we'll go along from there.
I want to see all the Timmys get posted in a row.
Yeah, a bunch of Timmys. I will only show the art of the people you do see, though, unfortunately. And then I'll have some. Maybe I'll have some special ones, but like the Timmys you didn't see, I might not share the art of. But until maybe you see them again.
I might actually hire all the Timmys.
Okay, I gotta go, guys.
Okay.
Go,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Bye, Quinn.
Bye bye.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to show this art in my thing, because this shit is hard. My face! Don't look at me. But yeah, this is Jimmy's art. This was of a moment when this character was trying to eat Blind Beak, and then they flipped him off, and he got sad. Not actually, though. He didn't actually get sad, but you guys definitely told him to fuck off, and he fucked off. This art of the
Is it on stream or what?
Yeah, it's on stream.
Yeah. Oh.
It's the little art of the flip off moment. Did I ever show? I feel like I probably showed everything. Oh my god, I'm leaking the DMs. What am I doing?
Oh man.
Not the DMs, but the Discord. I want to see if I wish there was a better way to find all the art, because I don't know if the art for last time was shown. I like the Instagram post of Feyre. That one was
I
cool.
love
yeah, that one was
so much.
We should have pinned that one. Is it not pinned, maybe?
I
It's
forget
in,
where I posted that.
is it in art? It has to be in art.
There you go.
It's so
There's an
worth it.
Terofane as well.
Aha!
Went fishing for sport, but found a friend instead.
This is great. I love this.
I just like, where are you guys?
Where are you guys? Yeah.
Wah wah wah! The day of reckoning is upon us. All right, that's it. That's it for the stream. That's all I wanted. That's the last thing I wanted to do. All right, bye bye stream. Bye 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 bye
Bye stream.
Bye now.
Thank you so much.